It's actually cooling off. It's 109 on the back panel. So today I want to do a high temperature test on the FX30. We are currently out here in West Texas. It is about 108, 109 degrees, as you can see on my instrument cluster coming home today. So now that I'm home, I want to get out here in the backyard, which I'm sorry is a disaster right now. I haven't mowed, haven't picked up. It's just been a busy time. I'm going to test both the A7R2 and the FX30 in this test, and I want to find out how long the A7R2 runs for, as well as how long the FX30 will run. I've got my temp gun here. I've been acclimating both these cameras for about 15 minutes now, and the bodies on them is 99 degrees, 97 degrees, 98 degrees on the FX30, and about 98, 99 on the A7R2. Now, just to prove how hot it is out here, I have a thermometer over here on the wall. We're sitting around 109, 110 maybe on that guy. And with my infrared gun, just pointing this right at the camera on the ground, 110 on the concrete right now. Okay, let's see, just see what the wood is. 107. It is hot out today. It is rather dry. The humidity is very low today, thankfully, but it is very warm. I am running the silver lenses on these cameras right now. The reason why I want to run the silver lenses, I don't want to induce heat into this test from the lenses. The silver, I'm hoping, will reflect some of the heat, because this test will be done in direct sunlight. We're not just doing it right here in the ambient. We're going out to the full sun to put full heat load on these things. I want to see when this thing will shut down. Both cameras are going to be shooting APS-C mode, 4K 24 and XAVCS. You can see they're both on the same exact tripod, same tripod put. The one thing to note is the FX30 is in a small rig cage, which is aluminum. Because it's bolted at multi-points, it could provide heat dissipation to help the camera. But again, that's a possible benefit of the FX30 because it's got those bolt holes and it's got the pattern, got the ability to hold a cage like that. So use the tools it's got. It's got the cooling fan set to auto, and our high temp limit switch is set to high. Pulling the screen out on the A7R2, pulling the screen out like this on the FX30, turning both cameras on right now. Got 95% battery, 81% battery. The A7R2 is going to chew through its battery very fast, but it's not going to need to worry too much about it because it's going to, I think, shut off very soon. We need to just get some exposure on this one so I can track an actual time that it's shot. We're going to hit record on both of them right now. What we're going to be doing is I'm going to temp gun these things throughout the event. So I've got both cameras set up in the same plane for the sun. The sun's about this angle to them, so nice cross pattern. Both backsides are kind of in the shade. A minute into the recording on both of these. So right now already, the A7R2 is 115 degrees on the handle and 111, 115 degrees on the FX30. So the back panel on the FX30 is 112 degrees, and the back panel on the A7R2 is right about 110, 111, 112, so it's kind of varying. We're going to check it at the button. The center dial is 113 degrees, and center dial on this camera is 112 and a half. I hear no fan noise coming out of the FX30. Check the top of the cameras. At the center of the hot shoe is 113 degrees, and the center of the hot shoe on this camera, just in front of it, is 116 degrees. So we're seeing about almost a 5 to 6 degree difference between just the body temps of the black body versus the silver. This is running 118 degrees right now on top of the body. All right, we're about 5 minutes into the test. I'll report back when something new changes. All right, so sometime in the 12-minute area, we have a temp warning that came on the A7R2. So right now we're at 125 degrees on the handle, another 125 degrees on the handle. That's about the peak temperature we're going to see on the handles right now. Behind the screen is running anywhere from about 118, 116 degrees on the back of the camera, while the FX30 has been maintaining 112. So that could be the fan helping cool things off right there. Let's just check the button, the center dial. We're sitting at 117 degrees on the A7R2, and we're sitting at 113 degrees on the FX30. So far, the FX30 is still going strong, no warnings, and the A7R2 is just about to hit 15 minutes, and I have a feeling it's going to shut down on us. So I'm going to watch it here right now and see what this does. We did get the warning on that camera a minute ago. About 5 minutes into this test, that camera, the ZV-1, threw the warning up. We took it inside and cooled it off for a little bit. And we're going to wait and see when the A7R2 drops out. Really hard to see right now. There we go. Maybe not. 20 minutes in, temp warning's on. Still nothing on the FX30. Alright, as I shut the camera phone off, I looked down and saw I had a high temperature warning, cool camera down, message come on. I wanted to record it, and it had already shut the camera off before I saw it. So it was literally right when I closed this camera down on that last recording, it shut down. So we're going to go ahead and turn it off, and we're going to let the FX30 keep on rolling. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and move my A7R2 back into the shade. That tripod's hot. 122, it's cooling off. 119 on the face, on the above the hot shoe. Now that it's in the shade, it's starting to cool off quite a bit. It's considerably cooler in the shade. We're 117 at the handle, and behind the camera, 118. Now I have a feeling this camera is going to just keep on going and going and not shut down. I think it's safe to say this thing's not going to overheat. I've got 25 minutes left on this card. I think I started just over an hour. We're 35 minutes in. No temperature warning. The temperature's on it. Let's go ahead and do a quick check on it. The back panel is consistent, 113. 117 on top, and the grip is 126. So what we're going to do, I'm going to go ahead and stop recording. We're going to go into the menu. We're going to go to our shoot mode. We're going to change our file format to all intra 4K. We're going to set it at 4K 60, 600 megabits a second, in 10-bit. Got the camera set to record and the memory card too. I got 26 minutes on a 128 gigabyte card in this mode. We're going to go move the card. We might hit some shade. Go ahead and move this over. That handle's hot. Let's see, how's that handle running? 107 degrees right there. Give it all the beans right now. We're down to our last minute in 4K 60 in all intra. It's still recording, and the temperatures, it's actually cooling off. It's 109 on the back panel, 111 on top, and 115. I think the reason why is our sun's still getting pretty low. I think it's cooled off about maybe 3 or 4 degrees out here. Our base is 103. It was 107 before, so it's dropping temp, I think, as the sun's starting to set. Went through the hottest part of the day. It's going to cool off slightly now. But there's a stress test. We're still at probably 106 outside here, and it's going to stop recording. There it is. No more space on memory card slot 2. We'll hit OK, and then we'll go ahead and turn the power off. Let me walk over here and see what our temperatures drop down to. So you can see here about 3-4 degrees. It's about 105, 106 out there. So that definitely, because it's the end of the day, not the heat of the day, probably affected our test a little bit. But you can clearly see the FX30, no problems at all running in this kind of temperature. Even in 4K 60, all intra, no problems whatsoever. We lost the A7R2 at 20 minutes, which was expected. The FX30, it actually started cooling off as the ambient temp started cooling off. So did a really good job maintaining the temperature with that fan. With that, if you like this video, give me that thumbs up and that like. Subscribe if you haven't already. And remember, join me live 9 p.m. on Monday nights. You can come in on my channel, join the live discussion, come on the panel live, have a chat, conversation with me. I'd love to see you there. Love to take the questions about photography, cameras, whatever. Bring your questions. We did it last night. It was our Monday. We ended up talking about cars. It can be anything and everything in there. Just get to know you and having a good conversation. We'll talk to you later. Have a good night.